Well, I'm sufficiently out of breath now. That was Telephone by Lady Gaga. It's a Gaga week!
Yes, it is.
Yes. This is Woah Pony with Grace Clarke and Joshua Bowness.
It is
today
indeed.
On your Wednesday evening on the 16th of March. It is 7 o'clock and we'll be here until 8 p.m, unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Well, I don't know. I just like to apologise beforehand, just in case.
Never apologise. We're supposed to be encouraging people to listen.
Well, look, we're here for a good time.
We are.
Not a long time.
No.
Today we're going to be talking about illnesses.
Yes.
Josh has been suffering from
various bouts of man flu.
Yes.
Yes,
Even though
indeed.
you're a homosexual, you can't get away from the man flu, I'm afraid.
It follows me.
It follows you, yes. And so we thought, what better way to get over that?
Better way.
What
That
better
sounded
way?
proper Nancy from Oliver. I'm sorry, it did. You would make such a good Nancy. Oh my god.
Thank you.
You actually would, though. Yes, you would.
What better way to get better?
Do the rest of the intro as Nancy.
To get better from your illnesses than to take the mickey out of it. So that's what we're going to do.
We went a bit Denise Van Outen at the end, but that's okay.
So sorry. I can only do what I can do.
Well, true.
As a,
as an artiste.
Young elf from the Midlands. I can only do what I can do.
Elf from
I don't know. Sorry, I've gone a bit delusional.
It's the Gaga.
Yeah, we're going to talk about illnesses today. Because Josh has been ill.
Yes.
And we thought, what better way than to make him feel better than to laugh and take the mick out of it.
Yes, quite.
And we're going to laugh at ourselves for an hour.
Probably. Almost definitely.
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
We're booked in.
We are.
We've only got about 50 minutes left.
Right.
And then we'll be doing our pick of the week afterwards. We've got a cracking playlist this week. And yes,
Right.
it is a Gaga week.
Why is it a Gaga week?
Oh, well,
Gracie?
Josh. For anybody that doesn't live under a rock knows that my hero, my idol, my inspiration, the love of my life is Lady Gaga.
Well, of course.
I met her on Sunday at the BAFTAs.
You did.
So I'm taking this as an opportunity to only do Lady Gaga songs today. It's going to be the best show of my life.
Right.
And I've already got tummy ache from dancing the whole
I know.
routine to Telephone.
That's okay.
We smashed it out the park.
We did.
Clips of the dance will probably be on social media afterwards
almost definitely.
to attract attention to us,
Yeah.
not in a positive way.
Yeah.
And so that's my pick of the week that I did the BAFTAs. I'm not sure what yours is. You'll surprise me, I'm sure.
I'll figure it out.
And then later we'll do a little game.
Yes.
This week,
Which I
Josh.
believe you're in charge of for today.
Well,
you're in charge of all the time, to
Well,
be fair.
quite. I've decided that the game of the week this week should be another general knowledge about health and stuff.
Okay.
I thought that was quite funny.
Right.
So we'll go with that comedic thread.
Please.
And see what happens. Although I'm a little bit annoyed
Why?
because listening back to last week,
Yeah.
if I'd have gone first, I'd have won that game because I said half of the same answers that you did.
Right. What does that mean?
So because if I'd have said them first,
Oh, because it was that show that we're not allowed to name for legal reasons. That's about surveying 100 people.
yes.
Right.
And if I'd have gone first and said the higher score ones first,
Right.
because I said the same answers as you.
Yes, which is not allowed in this game where they survey 100 people.
then I
That's
would have won.
Definitely not on
So
ITV at the
far,
moment.
you're winning March by
Right.
some fluke. Also because Stephen hates me and he gave me 1 point for something.
No, wait, he doesn't hate you. He doesn't hate you. No,
I
there's
have
no hatred
footage
here.
that would beg to differ.
There's no hatred here.
No. Anyway, yes, we're going to talk about illness, Lady Gaga,
Yes.
and
And the
health,
BAFTAs.
and the BAFTAs, and whatever Josh has
Manages
his...
to come up with in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, and if you hear any coughing, we've not put it in as a sound effect. It's because
I'm not very
Josh
well.
doesn't feel very well. But look, we're that good. We're so on topic that we will
Exactly.
give you the real life.
real. I'm experiencing this for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
One week we'll have animals as the topic, and I'm going to bring a sheep into this studio.
Please, I'd love that.
I've got to find one first. Yeah.
You got,
Yeah.
good, excellent. You used to live on a farm. Bring one from the farm.
Yeah, we haven't got any more. Oh, I went. We haven't got any more.
We haven't got any more sheep though. No, don't. That hurts my throat. Josh and Grace on your midweek.
Yeah, I don't know how that introduction was. Sorry. Usually you
was
take
amazing.
The lead.
Proud of
but,
you, Gracie.
I think we should press that go button.
Yeah.
And we should give it a go.
All right, here we go. Topic of the week, go.
Right, Josh. Well, tell me, how are you faring?
Oh, how am I faring? Well,
are you okay?
Well, do you know what? So, for just so I can be completely clear, this is not COVID. I have done multiple COVID tests.
Oh, yes, yeah.
All of which are negative, and I'm having a great time. But I do have what is apparently some kind of cold, flu, whatever. And in the grand scheme of things of what's happening in the world right now, it's not that bad, really. But I did feel a bit rubbish, and for the first time in, I want to say, years, I actually properly lost my voice to the point where it wasn't self-inflicted. Like, I didn't go out screaming. This was, I just lost my voice. And that's not happened to me for so long since I had tonsillitis, which we'll come on to later on.
Yes,
but,
yeah.
So that was very odd, because for me, you know, as you well know, I have a big gob and I quite like talking. So
we also have a tendency to scream when we laugh instead of laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised every day that we
still have
are still talking.
Yes,
quite frankly.
Yeah.
But how have you been? Have you been feeling sorry for yourself? Do you generally?
Yeah. Generally,
if you're ill, do you feel really sorry for yourself?
If I'm ill,
I don't mean just every day.
Well, I'd argue I feel more sorry for myself when I'm well. But no. But yeah, well, no. I think because because so there's so much going on at work at the moment. You know, in my day job, which I'm leaving in the process of leaving at the moment, and there's so much going on, and I haven't got time to be ill. And I know that's really silly, because ultimately your body needs to rest. If you're unwell, you need to rest. But there is so much happening, and there's so much that I need to deal with. I just didn't have time, and for the first time, I think actually properly, genuinely in my life, I had to push through the cold, because I was like, you know what, I can't have the day off today. There is too much to do. And if I take the day off, it's going to seriously screw with people. And I don't want to do that.
At least it's from home, though, I guess.
This is it.
The silver lining.
This is the advantage of working from home, is that even if you're ill...
I think so. You won't be calling in sick as much as you need to.
And this, right, because you're just in bed. I mean, I wasn't in bed working, but I was next to bed, and I had hot Lemsip all day. I was having a great time. Other cold and flu-based liquid things are available. But yeah, no, I had a great time. And well, I didn't really. It just wasn't very well. So lost my voice, quite a bad cough, which is why I was doing all the COVID tests. I thought, oh my goodness, because I've not had COVID yet.
Touch wood.
Unless I did.
To manoeuvre unscathed.
Right, exactly that. Unless I did before it was like...
a trend.
Well, because
it was on
just
trend.
Before March... I'm sure it was just before March.
Me, you and Oliver.
We all get really ill.
We all got really poorly at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah. And I'm convinced that's what it was. And since then, I've been very lucky, and I've got all my vaccines and stuff, so I think I'm okay. But anyway, it was just a nasty flu. And I think, actually, what this whole saga has taught me is that COVID is awful, and it's out there, and it's nasty, and it will kill you, etc., blah, blah, blah. But colds are still around, flu is still around, you're still going to get ill. And ultimately, if you're not well, you do need to take the time off. And had I was ill enough to take time off, and I think if there wasn't so much pressure in my role at the moment, I would have taken some time off. But because I'm leaving, there's a lot of stuff going on.
You're quite good like that usually, aren't you? You know, if you need the time off, you're having the time off.
If my body needs to stop,
you don't need to be convinced.
It's not even that. Well, it's not even about being convinced. It's that I can't get around it. That's it.
See,
if
whereas
Josh
I'm
decides he needs to
opposite,
stop,
I need to be told.
Grace,
you're vomiting everywhere. You need to
go home. And I think
I'm like, no, I'm fine.
See, that's really interesting, is that I do find you're absolutely spot on. I'm very, very quick to be like, I'm not well. I need to stop for today and get myself back together and then try again tomorrow. You will keep going and going and going.
And I could be like, oh, don't worry about her.
Yeah.
Don't worry about her. She'll be all right.
She'll be all right. Which is very admirable. Because you are extremely determined. I do that. You're one of the most determined people I've met for that, and that's one of the biggest reasons of it. Because you're right. When you're ill but you're committed to something, whether it be work.
But I wish I wasn't like that, though. I wish I.
Well,
didn't feel. I think it's because I feel too guilty to have time off.
Okay, if that's the catalyst for it, that's not okay.
No, I know.
Yeah. You should have the time off, and you should. I think it's about recognising.
I also don't like to show signs of weakness.
Well, but is it being weak though?
It's not. I'd argue that I feel like it is for me.
Right. I'd argue that recognising you're unwell and recognising that your body is saying, "Whoa, pony, stop!" Like, just stop. You need to stop, my friend, and relax, because there's too much going on right now and I can't take it. If your body's saying that, then it's quite strong. It's not weak at all to recognise that and have the time off. And I think that we've built this society for ourselves where that's kind of expected, that if it's just quote unquote just a cold, you'll carry on.
You'll be fine. Have a paracetamol and get over it.
Right. And I wonder if it's a generational thing, because I feel like that's something that like my mum, for example, would definitely say to me. It's just like, no, go to school. You're fine.
I did see a really funny meme once that was someone said to their granddad or something like, "Granddad, have you got any paracetamol? I've got a headache." And their granddad's reply was like, "In my day, we used to just die."
Oh God. Oh, okay.
So maybe yes, yeah.
Please don't die. But yeah.
But when you're poorly, Josh, do you sit there and feel sorry for yourself and like, or do you just go, "Yeah, I'm ill, I feel rubbish"? But
the only time I've done that is when I got tonsillitis.
Yeah,
that was awful. Are we going there? Should we begin this?
We can do.
While I'm conscious of time.
Should we play a track before we talk about tonsils?
Well, we can if you like. Would you like me to play the track?
Yeah, I want you to play all of them because
it's Lady Gaga. Okay, well, if you're listening on the radio, it's time for Perfect Illusion, which is a very good song by Lady Gaga.
Oh, I'm going to be swinging the mouse around the room like she does from the music video.
Please. Yeah. And if you're listening on the podcast or wherever else you're listening to this, watching this, etc., go and play Lady Gaga and we'll see you in a moment. Okay?
Yes, it will be on our Woah Pony Spotify playlist after the show.
What a plug. Here we go.
Oh, I'm hot after that one. Yeah, I was doing the choreo.
Yeah.
You know, she in the music video she swings the microphone.
She does. By
the cord around. She's doing this whole big sort of gig in the desert.
Yeah.
And it's very raw and it's very
visceral is the word.
Fantastic word.
You're welcome.
And I was just saying to Josh whilst we were listening that when I had tickets for her Joanne concert in 2017, which got cancelled, gutted. Still haven't seen her live in all of the many years that I've adored and loved her. If anybody would like to sponsor me to go and see her,
we should start a Kickstarter.
Do you know what? I think it's necessary.
Get Gracie to Gaga.
It's an important cause.
I agree. Just
watch me cry when I talk about it.
I know, it's very emotional.
It's a bit much, isn't it? Anyway,
should we say who we are and what we're doing?
Oh yeah, sorry, this is Woah Pony. It's a radio show on Riverside Radio that you're listening to, or you could be listening to the podcast or watching us on YouTube.
Yes.
The topic today is illnesses. I went on a bit of a tangent then because
about Gaga.
Yeah,
because we're also having a Gaga themed evening if you're listening on the radio. Anyway, but yes, we were talking about illnesses because I've not been very well, and now we're going to talk about tonsils because they are evil.
Me and Josh share tonsil horrors.
Yes, we do. Well, you should go first because I've spoken a lot already in this show.
Oh, okay. Well, if you'd like me to, sure, I'll go ahead.
Please, it's more the fact that my throat is on fire.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll give you a little breaky.
Thanks, babe.
Yes, when I was younger, I used to have tonsillitis every other Tuesday.
Oh, babe.
Don't know why. Was really poorly with it and had to proper fight, to get them taken out. And especially because I was at drama college then and stuff, they were just the bane of my life.
Sorry, are you an actor?
Oh, you're an actor. You've not said that for a while.
Yeah, you are an actor. Oh, yeah, I didn't realise.
Okay. Yeah. How you doing with your ring light over there? And
thanks, having a great time.
Yeah, filming yourself for the YouTube. Yeah.
I'm contractually obliged by Grace Clarke Limited, production company limited.
At Woah Pony Limited.
At Woah Pony.
Exclamation mark.
Yes. To film myself, please.
Yes. Sorry. Tonsils, right, okay. Yep, and then eventually I was able to get them taken out at the end of college, so that would have been just as I was
2015.
Mate, 7 years ago.
Vile, isn't it? To think that how nasty.
Wow, that means I've had no tonsils for 7 years. Gorgeous.
Oh, so they have come out?
Yes, yeah, I had them taken out. Oh, you did just say that, yes. But when I was quite old, and it was just awful. It was awful. I also had an allergic reaction to the anaesthetic, that puts you to sleep. When I woke up, I had a really weird bad reaction where this like big red wave went like all over my body from head to toe. It was really, really as in like my skin just went really weird.
Wouldn't it be interesting if they anaesthetised you and then you woke up and you were Lady Gaga? What would you do?
Oh, I can't say.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do remember, though, being really frightened before they put me to sleep, because I'd never been put to sleep before. And I just started randomly crying, and I was really embarrassed. And I was like, he went, "Are you okay?" And I went, just started crying for no reason whatsoever, because I suddenly realised how scared I was that I was just about to be put to sleep.
Mate.
And then he tried to cheer me up by making a really rubbish joke. And he went, well, don't worry, I've watched quite a few episodes of Grey's Anatomy lately. And then I was gone.
Brilliant.
That's the last thing I remembered. Then I woke up, and because that was the last thing I remembered, and then suddenly I was awake. And then I immediately started crying again, because I had no idea what had happened.
Oh, mate.
It's like time, just a time of your life completely blacks out.
That's like Casualty, isn't it? When or not Casualty, but like a sitcom in a hospital where they'll say something really witty, and then the patient will fall asleep.
Me, literally. You. And I think what it might have been was that I think that maybe they gave me too much for my body height, weight. I don't know, but basically I just fell asleep very, very quickly, and then had a bit of a reaction to it, and also was quite out of it for quite a few days still afterwards. And I was just really poorly.
See, that was what I remember about myself being ill as well, because so I never got as far as you did in terms of getting the tonsils removed, which I think is wrong. And ever since I've had that bout of tonsillitis, which I think I was in like year 10, so I was 15 or something, 16 maybe, or maybe it was sixth form. No, I'm sure it was year 10. It doesn't matter. The point is, it was sort of mid-teens, and I was ill. So for context, I was fat. I was a fat little child, right? I was a little obese boy, and that's fine. And do you know what? I liked my £1 Sainsbury's pies, and so be it. But do you know what? I got this tonsillitis. I lost 1.5 stone in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I lost a stone after
it was insane.
Tonsillectomy.
Isn't it horrible? Because, like, I mean, Mummy liked to eat, but Mummy couldn't eat, and it was the weirdest thing. But that thing of being spaced out was what I found really weird, and what I will never. I've not experienced anything like it, because I obviously wasn't drinking. All I had was the drugs that they'd given me. It was whatever, the tonsillitis drugs, or glandular fever, whatever it was, drugs, and it was just and really strong. Whatever it was, paracetamol. It wasn't paracetamol, it was something else. Cocodamol or something like that.
Yeah, I went home and had codeine.
Yeah, something like that.
They took me home with, and oh my goodness me.
Right.
I was on another planet.
Right.
I was on Jupiter.
I was lying on the sofa, and I just remember being like, where am I, what's going on? And I just remember being so, and just feeling
I also remember being so, like, the recovery was so much worse than I ever thought it was going to be. I know that sounds really silly, but I thought, I'll be fine. Yeah. It was horrible, because they go, oh, you can eat things like ice cream and stuff. No, you can't. You don't want dairy anywhere near the back of your throat that's got
fiery, burning, evil.
Yeah, and also they're
flesh.
They're a little bit sort of infected because they're healing and stuff. Yeah. And I'm also allergic to penicillin, so they were healing themselves, and you can't put dairy on that. Oh my goodness, it was. I remember my mum making me a lot of mashed sweet potato.
Yes, mashed potato was good. Do you remember your first?
Feeling sorry for myself.
Well, quite. Yeah. Do you remember your first proper meal after?
No.
See, I went too soon. I went too hard too soon. And at school, when I went back to school, they were doing burgers or something at lunch, and for cheap, because this was in the early 2010s, and that no one cared about how healthy the school canteen was.
Jamie Oliver wasn't raging back then.
He probably was, but he wasn't in my school. Yeah. Anyway, so we had a burger, and mistake, because it wasn't fun. No, it hurt, and I was like, I'm not enjoying this burger, and then I was sad all day because I had a bad burger. Not fun. Not nice. So,
if you've got any kids out there that are having repeat tonsil problems, get them taken out. It'll be the best thing that ever happened. Honestly, it was probably the best medical thing to happen to me.
Well,
because I've been grand.
Because you are anew. Mostly. Yes.
Anew,
I'm conscious of time. Gracie.
Joshua.
On the list of bizarre diseases that you have added to
I just thought this would be fun.
Would you like to hear about the disease that turns your wee-wee purple?
I would love to.
Vincent van Gogh and the Mad King George III of England have one unusual thing in common. Apparently, their both wild mood swings have been attributed by some theorists to porphyria, which is a rare disease in which the body fails to produce heme, a protein that helps cells carry oxygen. It goes on, and it's all very interesting. But then, basically, long story short, in the case of Van Gogh, for example, who spent a good deal of his adult life in hospital, he ended up having purple urine because of this, whatever it was, porphyria.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Would you like to hear about the disease that makes you feel like you're shrinking?
Please.
Well, you can probably guess why this condition is named after Lewis Carroll's famous book. It's called Alice in Wonderland syndrome.
Oh.
And it makes you feel like you're rapidly shrinking or expanding, and it makes you believe that objects appear smaller than they actually are.
Oh my goodness me.
Lewis Carroll himself suffered from severe migraines, and some believed his condition may have inspired many of the scenes in this book.
Wow. Well, you never know. Gracie, would you like to hear about the disease that causes you to crave and eat paint and dirt?
I would love to.
Like the magpie in Latin, a bird... I don't know why it says that. A bird... now I know why it says that, because I read the rest of the sentence. A bird known to eat almost anything. People with pica syndrome are not picky eaters. Sufferers crave and ingest unappetizing items like paint, clay, chalk, soap, plaster and dirt, as well as more edible raw goods like rice or flour. The rice isn't so bad, but to be diagnosed with pica, cravings must be continuous for over a month. So you actively want to eat plasterboard for a month, and symptoms are most common in pregnant women or children. Apparently, I wonder why.
That is strange.
It is strange.
Yeah. 17 most bizarre diseases. You can read this article online. We'd tell you more, but
we've run out of time.
We're contractually obliged to play these adverts.
Yes, so here we are. If you're listening on the radio, some adverts. If you're listening on the podcast, don't do anything, because in a moment we're going to talk to you again. Is that all right?
Literally in seconds.
Here we
3,
go.
2, 1.
Welcome to your midweek Huopone with Grace and Josh. We are here with you until 8 in the PM if you're listening on the radio, and if you're not, the time is irrelevant. Time is irrelevant. It's a made-up thing. It's all nonsense.
The sun rises, the sun falls.
Yes, it just means nothing. Welcome. We're here having a good time talking about being ill, because I've not been very well. But actually, we've done that bit now, haven't we?
Now it's time for our picks of the week, which is basically where we pick any random thing for no reason whatsoever, and we tell you about it.
Yes.
It's something that stood out just for any reason whatsoever from the previous week, and it could be anything.
Absolutely. It could be something that inspired you, enthralled you, excited you. It could be something that made you miserable or angry or upset.
Yeah.
Or it could be something that was so bland it was interesting. Whatever it is, your pick of the week, Grace Clarke.
My pick of the week, Joshua, is that, as the listeners have heard, we are doing a Lady Gaga week. Why? I'll tell you for why, my friend.
Oh, please.
Last week, Josh, I was on the way to my muggle job.
Your muggle job.
And it was confirmed to me that Lady Gaga was going to be performing at the BAFTAs.
Right.
Not performing, sorry. Just attending the BAFTAs.
Right.
And she is my idol, my hero.
I'm crying just watching you talking about
Genuinely.
I'm actually tearing up. This is ridiculous.
No, but so imagine these feelings I have inside. She has not only inspired me in her music, but the way she is who she wants to be, the way she is so honest about her sexuality, and she loves whoever she wants to love, and I'm very much of the same proclivity. Is that the right word? I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just said it, and it's probably completely the wrong word.
What did you say? Proclivity.
Yeah. She just is who she wants to be. And growing up, I remember thinking that I could be who I wanted to be because she was. And her music's always been 10 steps ahead, in my opinion. And I've loved her throughout my childhood. I guess you could call it my teens, my childhood. And the fact that she was going to be there, and that I would see her in the flesh, her skin. And I know this, there's no way of saying any of this without sounding like a serial killer. I don't care. The fact that I would be seeing her in 3D, not behind a screen.
It's more than 3D. This is real life.
I could smell her.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Not behind a screen, not listening to her on the radio. The fact that I was in the same room as her, breathing the same air, and also I knew that my job was going to be to supervise the section that she would be sitting in. So when I found out that it was confirmed, I found out it was confirmed, I walked home down the streets of, I finished my job, walked through the streets of Chiswick towards the tube station, rang my mum and cried. and this, literally, cried. I was like, she's gonna be there, just like, and I can't help it. I know it sounds ridiculous, but imagine your hero in life could be anybody, and they're going to be in the same room as you when all you've wanted to do is meet them, or even just I don't know. And I didn't get to talk to her because she was completely hounded, or you know. But I stood a metre away from her for 25 minutes. And the little Gracie in me was, and I stood there, and every so often just random singular tears would come down my face because I'd be so overwhelmed and she was there, and she looked like an angel.
That's really cute.
It was just, ask Oliver, because I was with him when we saw her first entrance into the auditorium. Ask him for my reaction, because I stood there and cried. If the room had been empty, I would have been absolutely bawling, but because I was like, okay, get it together.
You're so cute.
But I
actually have teared up.
Oh,
that's very sweet.
But yeah, it was, and it was one of the best moments of my life.
And I'm sure
and
it will continue to be for some time. Yes.
I remember I had tickets to... Sorry, I've just realised the time. I had tickets to see her, because I never had enough money growing up, and also we lived in the sticks of the countryside. I never had enough money to be able to go and see her in concert. Finally, we'd got some tickets to see her Joanna concert in 2017. Yeah. It got delayed, which I knew was going to happen because she wasn't very well, and then it got eventually cancelled like 3 days before we went to see her. And I spent the whole day crying. Why
was it cancelled? Do you remember?
She wasn't very well. Her fibromyalgia was really, really bad, and she was only just sort of like diagnosed with it, and she was really poorly. But yeah, it was just... When her 5'2" documentary came out, wept.
I still haven't seen that.
I watched it again with Oliver not a few months ago. Wept again.
I need to watch that.
I just love her. I adore her. I think she's a wonderful human being, and seeing her as well and the way she interacted with other people. There were other celebs there and stuff that she saw were really excited that she was there, and she went up and spoke to them, and she hugged them, and I just couldn't. She was just wonderful.
Oh, I don't want to do my pick of the week.
Oh, why? What is it?
Because yours is so lovely.
Oh.
Mine was pointless, so we're going to skip mine. No, it really yes. I want to leave it there because that was a lovely, sweet thing.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to play some Gaga, if that's okay.
We could play Gaga all day, every day.
This is one of my favourite ones. It's You and I.
Oh. Let's go.
Okay.
It's time for our game of the week. Are we excited? We're thrilled.
Yes, we are. Yeah, that was good.
Sorry, I was just trying to lift the energy.
Oh, please.
Lift the energy.
Away.
This week, I just found some questions. I thought we'd do a silly little trivia, general knowledge quiz on the human body. It's always funny when me and you do a little quiz because we don't know anything.
You're right.
What would you like to do? Alternate between these questions?
Well, seeing as you got... Oh, I nearly said a word I can't say on the radio. Seeing as you got upset, enraged that I went first last week, you can go first this week.
As in, I can answer...
As in, well, do whatever you want. You decide. Grace is in charge.
Well, that was helpful, wasn't it? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to alternate. I'm going to ask you the first question, you're going to ask me the second question. We're going to have 4 questions each.
Please.
If I get the answer right, I get 1 point. If you get the answer wrong, I get another point.
And
that's
vice
how
versa.
It works, and vice versa. The treat of the week, really funny, because my mum earlier said, do you need to pick up your treat of the week? I said, no, I'll do it later. She went, okay, I'll give you something for Easter. And she went, because then you don't have to use that. You can go shop. I'm going to have to use it, Mum, sorry.
Because to be fair, I forgot to go to the shop as well.
It's caramel mini eggs.
Oh, okay. Excellent. They look delicious.
Yeah. Sorry, Mum.
I'll buy Gracie some more if I win them.
No. She didn't know. It's best for us all if I just...
What?
Put them to give them to you if you win, or deserve them.
No. But this is Mummy's present to you.
Well, look. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay, please.
Okay. Your first question, Joshua, for this week's Game of the Week is: what is the name for a sequence of yoga positions?
Yogi. You do a yogi. You do a yogi. No, you do. You do not. You do a yogi. I'm off to yoga.
You're gonna laugh when I tell you what yogi
because the lady
means.
stands at the front and she's like, "Good morning, everyone," and it's all ASMR. So, "Good morning, everyone. We're going to be doing yoga." Blah blah blah. She goes on, and then she's like, "Right, everyone, here is the first part of your yogi, of your Wednesday morning yogi."
It might surprise you to know that's not the answer.
Oh.
The answer is vinyasa.
How the hell am I supposed to know what a vinyasa is?
Well, now you know it's a sequence of yoga positions. A yogi is someone that does yoga.
Oh.
So you do a yogi.
Oh yeah, let's not do any yogis.
Anyway, quiz me.
Gracie, what should be taken daily to ward off osteoporosis?
Osteoporosis.
You've looked at the answers.
No, I've not.
You have, because I've just realised you've put this quiz together and you've cheated, haven't you?
I knew that you would say this.
You're a dirty cheat.
No. Right. Okay. Let me think.
I don't even know what that is. What is osteoporosis?
It's to do with the bones. So what? Petit fillet. Calcium.
You are such a cheat.
Oh,
you are
yeah,
such a cheat.
Yeah, I'm a cheat. There we go.
No, I mean, you're right, but you're a cheat.
Why does that make me a cheat? Because I know things.
Because you put this quiz together and you know the answer.
Well, maybe you should try putting...
I happen to know that osteoporosis is about bones.
No, people know that.
Bones, calcium. Petit filou makes your bones grow stronger.
People know that osteoporosis is about bones.
Do people know that?
Yes.
These quizzes are supposed to highlight what we don't know.
But then we'd never get anywhere.
True.
We'd just be losers.
Well, I am a loser at the moment. Excellent. Well, it's 2 points to Grace. Then.
Well, I feel great about this quiz so far.
No, you're doing excellently. Please continue.
Well, okay. Your next question is, Josh, what is the term used for a biofilm that builds up on the teeth?
Oh, yeah. I actually do know this. Oh, I'm sure I know this. This is... Oh, I had a conversation with... Oh, this is... The film on your teeth is the... No.
4.
No, I didn't time you.
3.
Oh.
Yeah, but you're taking ages.
2. Oh,
okay, you've got 20 seconds.
No, I've run out. I can't think of the...
Got 20
name.
seconds!
No, we haven't got time for 20 seconds. I don't remember the name of it, but
okay.
I'm going to kick myself for this. I know it.
The answer is... plaque. Yeah, I've totally cheated because I had to look for the answer for that.
But you're an actor.
Oh, yes, of course.
Please, approximately, Gracie, how much of your body weight is muscle?
Muscle.
Yeah, to the closest, I'll give you to the closest 5%.
Oh, thank you for the generosity.
You're welcome. What percentage of the body is muscle? On average.
20%? Is that silly?
Ooh,
I don't know. That was a guess.
Half. 40% apparently.
Oh.
We are 40% muscle and 70% water, which makes no sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's what it says. So,
well, who am I to...
So I got a point. Hooray!
Hooray. Oh, yeah, I have no idea what the score is.
It's 3-1 to you. We need to whiz through this.
Right, okay. Where's your question? Right, okay.
I believe it's the
citrus fruits are a great source of which vitamin?
D.
D? Okay, let's have
No. It's too late. I've said D now.
Final answer?
It's, yeah.
No, final answer.
Well, one of them is the sun. That's not the fruity one. There's a fruity one, and then there's a sunny one. And the sunny one is not the same as the fruity one, because people say, "Oh, you're ill. You just need to go for a walk in the sun to get vitamin whatever it is." Yeah. Vitamin sun, but it's not called vitamin sun.
I've got a good clue to help you know the answer.
Please.
The drink.
Sunny D.
Yep.
Vitamin D.
So if it's the other one.
Oh.
That's not fruit.
Oh well. Yeah, but you've given me the answer there, haven't you? Really?
It happens quite often.
Yeah, true. C. Final answer C.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
I'll only give myself half a point for that because that was rubbish.
Okay.
Please. Oh, it's me. What's the most common... what is that word? What is the most common contaminant found in fish?
Oh, I know this one because it's on the tins if you eat too much tuna.
Oh, really?
It's and it's really bad for your brain.
Really bad
mercury. It's bad for your brain.
How is... What's that? What? Where's... I mean, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But why? Why? Why is it bad for the brain?
I don't know. If you have too much of it makes you poorly.
It makes you go Lady Goo-Goo.
It makes you a poorly.
But of course, we'd much rather be Lady Gaga.
A Gaga. Your next question, Josh, is
please.
Extending a joint beyond its normal anatomical position is called what?
Hyperextension.
Oh, yeah, he's got it.
Is it right?
This could be a tight quiz.
Oh, it's not going to be.
Why? What's the score? Isn't it like...
Well, I won't take this one out. Gracie, your last question. What is the correct term for the inflammation of one's gums?
Oh,
Quick sticks.
Gingivitis.
Well done, Gracie. What do you think?
Oh, I haven't got a clue, to be honest. I've had a lot of technical difficulties during this, so my brain has half been...
Well, I can announce that, Gracie, you scored 5 and I got 2.5, which means you are twice the person I am, and frankly, I agree. So, there you go. That's it.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot to play the
episode.
outro. So we're going to use Gaga as the outro.
Oh, good. Yeah, I bet. Derek's pleased.
But there you go. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time on your midweek Pony.
Yeah, this is Babylon, Lady Gaga, the finale track on Chromatica. Enjoy.